Pompeii has held such a fascination around the world that death could be so spontaneous for such a large amount of people that they actually froze in place. Mother Nature can be unrelenting and hard and fast, and I think Pompeii is the extreme of that.
What we found in real life were the bodies and the carcasses enshrined in volcanic ash. So the movie actually starts from that perspective, and then we take it back to how they got there.
Visually, I think it's going to just be stunning. And for people who really like history, the attention to detail from the costumes to the set design to being able to see what Pompeii would have looked like back then, I think that's going to be very exciting as well.
What drew me to Milo, this mission he's on, and it's not a mission anywhere in particular, it's a mission of vengeance. His family was slaughtered before him, and he's on a death wish, really, and I kind of like that about him. He's like, he's going to kill as many Romans and as many people, and he doesn't really care about anything until he meets Cassia, and then things slightly change. But of course, the volcano goes off and everything goes wrong.
I think the thing that will draw people in is the action and it being in 3D, and it's kind of, you know, explosions and all that kind of fun stuff that everyone loves to see, but I hope that people are into the romance. I've never done a romantic lead before. I've never been a part of this kind of relationship in a film. I think people like watching that kind of tragic, doomed romance.
That slave looks at you as if he's in a dream, Cassia.
There were two ways we could have gone about making this movie. There was the kind of like, the way we did it, which was we built big sets and we shot on them for real, and we had ash falling and we had real flame. Obviously there's computer-generated images in the film, but we tried to give everything a basis in reality. There's nothing kind of cartoony about it. There's no wire work in the movie. There's no overly elaborate stunt work. It's all real. And I think that gives you an investment in the movie and in the characters that you wouldn't have if you didn't believe it. Because obviously the other way to make the movie is kind of just to shoot everything against a green screen and go for a kind of 300 style film. But for me, that's a spectacle, but that's a very kind of comic book spectacle, and it's not what we were trying to do. On a movie of this scale, most people would imagine it has about 2,000 visual effects shots in it. We only have 500 visual effects shots in the movie. And one of the reasons for that is we could shoot a lot of the movie practically on set, for real. And that's why it was so unpleasant for the actors, because quite often we'd have a whole street and it would be filled with flame and explosions and ash falling. You know, would it have been easier for the actors just to kind of run around in front of a green screen with nothing? Yes, of course it would. But would you have really got those performances? I don't think so.